In this video, we're going to be talking about point-in-time recovery for DynamoDB. You can enable point-in-time recovery as well as create on-demand backups for your DynamoDB tables. Point-in-time recovery helps protect your DynamoDB tables from accidental write or delete operations. With point-in-time recovery, you don't have to worry about creating, maintaining, or scheduling on-demand backups. For example, suppose that a test script writes accidentally to a production DynamoDB table. With point-in-time recovery, you can restore that table to any point in time during the last 35 days. DynamoDB maintains incremental backups of your table. Now let's take a moment to talk about how it works. You can enable point-in-time recovery using the AWS Management Console, the command line interface, or the DynamoDB API. When it's enabled, point-in-time recovery provides continuous backups until you explicitly turn it off. To enable point-in-time recovery, simply go to any table, find the Backups tab, and then enable point-in-time recovery. After you enable point-in-time recovery, you can restore to any point in time within your earliest restorable date time and your latest restorable date time. Your latest restorable date time is typically 5 minutes before the current time. For earliest restorable date time, you can restore your table to any point in time during the last 35 days. The retention period is a fixed 35 days or 5 calendar weeks and can't be modified. However, any number of users can execute up to 4 concurrent restores in a given account. Also note that if you disable point-in-time recovery and later re-enable it on a table, you reset the start time for which you can recover that table. As a result, you can only immediately restore that table using the latest restorable date time. When you restore using point-in-time recovery, DynamoDB restores your table data to the state based on the selected date and time to a new table. Along with data, there are a few other pieces that are recovered using point-in-time recovery, including any global secondary indexes, your local secondary indexes, your provisioned read and write capacity, and your encryption settings. However, after restoring a table, there are a few things you'll need to manually set up, including autoscaling policies, IAM policies, any CloudWatch metrics and alarms you want, as well as tags, any stream settings, and new point-in-time recovery settings. This table just very recently had point-in-time recovery enabled, so you'll notice that it only has one restore date. The latest and the earliest restore date are the same, and that's why it sets it as a default. You can choose a new table name, and then you'll notice that a lot of the details are going to remain the same. And that's all it takes. If you hit Restore Table, it can take several hours, but you'll receive a full point-in-time recovery of your user's table. And that'll wrap it up for DynamoDB's point-in-time recovery. So if all of that makes sense, then feel free to move on.